So it is an absolutely glorious day in Somerset here today, and I'm in my secondary studio, which is actually my first studio, which is my digger. It's my favourite studio. I much prefer this to anywhere else, and being it here and working on this on my small holding is what I enjoy the most. Even though I greatly enjoy explaining lawn governance to various people around the country, but this is where I'm most at home, so to speak. So I also want to welcome all the new subscribers, many of which I'm sure have no idea who I am and what I do. Just very briefly, I am very interested in lawn governance, and I built a farm in Somerset without planning permission, and nobody wants to take me to court. So, and I don't say that frivolously. It's I've been on a 15-year journey battling the Crown and understanding lawn governance, and that was what that's what gave birth to my website, capillarywave.com. And I guess a lot of you new subscribers here may not know me, but you may be interested in some of the topics I cover, especially with farmers who are being absolutely bludgeoned by the government at the moment. The government don't want farmers farming, especially small ones. They don't want us to be self-sustainable. They don't want us to be able to feed our communities and ourselves. They want us all, just look at the Sainsbury's future of food, which I will link in the description below. It does not include farmers. They want lab-grown meat and various insects as ingredients in all these various foods, and that's no part of any future I want, and I do not want for my daughter. That's why I've come on the internet recently in the last couple of years, because I want to help shape the future for my daughter, for those people that are on the same page as me and who rule by common sense. So that's what my website is. It teaches people how you're being governed. And when I don't say it with an arrogant mind, it's not many people understand how we're governed. Like hardly anybody. Not the local police, not your magistrates, hardly any of our friends. We're not taught this at school. Your teachers don't understand how we're being governed. They think that what's worse is they think they know how we're being governed. And that can be a trap in itself. That's to lead you down a false errand, a false path. So anyway, my website, capillarywave.com, has got numbered articles, which if you read them in ascending numerical order, it will walk you through law and governance and how you're governed. I guarantee you, if you spend a week reading the articles on the homepage, you'll know more about law and governance than the police, your magistrates, your teachers at school, whoever, because it's so not well known. And it was this information that proved vital for me in being able to build myself a farm in Somerset, free of government control, without planning permission. The council obviously had a bit of an argument with me. They wanted a bit of a chat, and they hired an expert in planning law to come and tackle me. But yeah, they all went away in the end when I understood how the system of law and governance truly works. And then I went around the country helping other farmers and smallholders, and I still do that now. My mission now is to help people stay out of court, because it's my opinion, based on a lot of experience, that if you're in court, you're making the wrong arguments. If you can make your position clear before court, and if you do it well enough, they won't want you in the courts. The court systems aren't there for the people; they're there for UK citizens. But that's something for another day. Today, I just wanted to jump in the digger, do a bit of work out here because it's such a beautiful day, and have a bit of a catch up on my chicken project. My roughly quarter of an acre chicken compound, fox-proof. That's the idea with it, and when it's done, I'll plant it up to be a bit of an orchard. So it's a bit of a building site at the moment. I'll get a few aerial shots for you, but yeah, I just wanted to welcome the new subscribers, really. Have a bit of a chat and let them know who I am and what I'm about, and where they can read my writing, which is at Capillary Wave. We've got a gold membership available for people that want to get back to the land like I've done. So we've got quite a few people as gold members who bought land, buying land, and because I think it's really important. Look, small farmers are not in the government's plans, future plans. They're just not. The food policies and absolute zero policies don't include beef farmers, lamb farmers and small-scale farmers. This nation is built upon the backs of small-scale farmers. They've provided the food for this nation for generations, and I don't want my food being brought in by, grown in a lab by Sainsbury's or their friends. No thank you. So it's really important to me that I help people to understand how the system of law and governance works, and how to get people back to the land. Because if the land is in people's hands and not government's hands, then we'll be able to feed ourselves, feed our communities and have a better way of life. Yeah, I do not trust the government with what their plans are for the land. They want their solar panels everywhere, and yeah, they don't. I don't think we're part of their future. But so it's up to us to make a stand. And these farmers, that's why a lot of the interviews I'm doing with farmers is to raise awareness, because I don't know how many I don't know what the temperature is with the farming community on the whole. I mean, I don't know how awake they are to what's going on. I know they feel, I know they don't, I know that they know they're not in the government's futures, but I don't think they know what they can do about it. Well, I know what they can do about it. I've done it. I'm outside of government control, and if these farmers want to survive, they're going to have to step outside of that control, and that means they're going to have to understand how they're being governed. And that's where my website comes in. There's loads of free articles and things there for people, anyone to read and understand. So that's my big concern at the moment. They've got an agenda and it's called Agenda 2030. Well, that's not very far away. And some of these absolute zero policies have plans to wipe out the beef and lamb industry by 50% by 2029. So it's on our doorstep. We got to do something about it. We don't have time for chatting about it anymore. That's why I've come on the internet, to show people it can be done. It takes courage, but there's a community of people growing now that know how to do this. So it's time to grab the bull by the horns and yeah, and take back control, because we've let government run amok for far too long. So anyway, that's my soapbox bit done. I'll show you a bit about my chicken compound. This is known as brushing out the walls. As you can see, the mortar here is just starting to go off a bit. So this needs brushing out here. And here is where it's been brushed out. See, this looks so much nicer. It makes the stones stand out nicer. So this is called brushing out the walls. This is the wall I was brushing out, and this is the finished article. Brushing the wall out just helps the stones stand out, and it just tidies it up. Yeah, that's the finished brushing out of the wall.
It's a